with it. So no matter what, they're gonna put on a show. So if our players are ready, I would say let's go to the table. Okay, here they are, and again, we have seen them in action. They have showed us that they know their deck really well. I gotta say, Tim, for sure, was one of the best Drytran players we have seen. He was the only one left. And we just have been informed that before jumping into the match, they have already rolled the dice and Owen won it. So that gonna be a really good sign of relief for him, and we'll see if that is enough to win the match.
Let's start things off with Pot of Extravagance, so showing up really strong.
Yeah, first time we see it today.
Yeah.
And we'll see if one of the few entraps we know, Tim is not playing Ash and only Herald, so that means that he won't be having a response in this specific instance.
A very good, solid start from Owen. Once again here, the Extravagance I think is going to make a potential difference.
Yeah, he didn't open it up, and yet he always had incredible hands, so now it's even much better. So let's see. Follow it with a marionette. Wow. Great opening by Owen. Setting up the protocol here. Yeah, this is quite an impressive opening. You can see Tim having a laugh. The only missing piece would be like a Solemn for the Twister and the Faker.
Yeah.
But I mean, ooh, he actually keeps a lot of cards in the hand. That's a first from Owen.
Okay, so now I think you could expect Owen having at least the multi-faker.
Yeah, probably an Ash.
And probably an Ash, yeah.
Yeah. So let's see if that is the case. But I think Tim will surely be happy about only seeing 3 backrows. And he starts things off with the emergency. Do you Ash this? If you're Owen, what do you think?
No, I will wait, yeah.
Maybe the order is there. Yeah. And it is, wow. Sorry, Tim, for calling it out, but Twin Twister coming down from Tim. He actually managed to pick it up, and this is huge. Let's see if there is a solemn judgment from Owen. Otherwise, this could get ugly real quickly. Okay. Yeah, no solemn judgment, and he gets rid of the strike. So what a start from Tim. Again, Twin Twister draw in game 1, which is giving him a huge advantage. Okay. But the Faker at least is there.
Once again here, Tim had the Twin Twister. Getting rid of the Imperial Order now, I think this is like the dream.
Yeah, absolutely. That was gonna be super tough. Especially because without the emergency, maybe we would have seen a Twister and an Imperial Order chained to the Twister.
Yeah.
Instead, that didn't happen. And this could make a huge difference, because the last card is the Protocol, and of course Team didn't target it.
Even the Red Ice Fusion, but he has the Ash Blossom, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay. At least, let's not have it all perfect, but what a hand from Team. Wow.
It was crazy. He had the nuts.
Yeah, absolutely. Insane hand here from Team. We'll now have to face, but cannot really, so he passes back. Protocol and Silk were a little bit too much, so Owen now has a chance to fight back and try to push as much as possible. He can do, with a second Extravagance. Nice.
Wow.
Great pickup.
Yeah.
So maybe for how excited we got, this was not enough, and the Ash on the Red Ice Fusion was clutch. Great start of the match though.
2 fresh cards from Owen. He has the Protocol set. 3 cards in hand. Although Team basically had the nuts, if he had started first, that would have been a different story.
I mean, yeah, definitely. But you never know, and I mean, there are a lot of things that he could do. For example, you can link someone, but with double extravagance, we need to check what cards are left in the extra deck. It's completely random, he only has 3 cards left. So if he banished all of the Altergeist links, which it looks like he did. I mean, you can't have it all. And we'll probably see 3 more backrows later on, so...
Yeah, cannot complain, I mean...
No.
Let's see if he was able to pick up some more traps out of his deck. Yeah, why not?
Okay. Shoo. Still keeping a card in hand, it could be another Faker or another Ash, we'll see. Either way, there are very few options, but let's see.
The team really needs to find a way to come back into this game. Now it goes with Alpha.
And let's see if the protocol wants to be activated by Owen. Why not, honestly? Yeah. It's the card that they know about, so... Interesting that it tributes the Faker, though. I think he has a second Faker for sure, because this doesn't make any sense if that's not the case. And he does not activate the Faker in hand, though. Interesting line. I would have thought that pretty much always better. Because if not, you get it back with the Silk and then you special summon it, right?
Ah, okay.
But okay, Manifestation is another reason. Now we will see the nice line where if you activate Manifestation and you chain the Silk, it still resolves, as it only then becomes, but it's a normal trap. So, good knowledge of the deck from Owen, who is now putting up a very, very strong field. But there are only, outside of the card we don't know about, there is one trap left, but yeah, that is enough. Unfortunately, Team, although with a very exciting start of Twin Twister on the Imperial Order, didn't have enough fuel to win the game, and Owen really makes sure that his opponent didn't have a chance.
Yeah.
So, well played by both, but in the end is the Altergeist with the game and match point now. So, if you're Owen, the situation is kind of weird. I guess he goes into his side deck, probably bringing in Pancratops, but we could see the Gamma Seal, which is something we have not yet seen. It's definitely great here, both for the Dragoon and for the Herald of Ultimateness. So I think the Gamma Seals are definitely interesting here.
Yeah, because like I don't really think he's going to side in like, you know, Veiler. Evenly could be fine, but like Gamma Seal I think is even better like in this type of matchup. While on the other hand,
yeah, from the other... I mean, I guess you're playing Drytron, you go first, you side out the droplets.
Yeah.
But outside of that, you don't really side in too many things, especially because he does play the Evenly.
Yeah.
But the Evenly is very strong in the next game.
Yeah, exactly.
Not here. Right here and right now, he still only has the Twisters, which could be scary. Maybe he sides in the talents, going first. Hoping that there is an hand shop. And to be fair, I really like the talent in this matchup, because outside of hand shop you will see Faker often during your turn, so talent is a great card to have. And as you can see here on screen, it has been a while ever since the last time we saw it, but Kaijus are still relevant, and Owen, the only player this weekend with Kaijus in his deck.
Yeah, I think it makes sense to side out the droplets. And team is not in an easy spot here. Altergeist, Owen is showing us how difficult it is to play against this kind of rock deck.
See. So let's see. It could be the case, as you mentioned. It's always a tough spot, but I think Altergeist is a very interesting deck in a way where game one, you're favorite against a lot of decks, but then game 2 you most likely lose if you win, but then game 3 is again a match in which I think you lose a lot if they don't open up, so you will win the majority of games. And this weekend, I gotta say, very few came prepared. We were used to a format in which people had multiple copies of Storm, Twister, Reboot, Feather Duster. This is not the case. We have not seen a person with this. So I think Owen had a pretty good meta goal. And let's see. So, team, start things off. For now, Owen placing his cards. Okay, now he picks them up as if he would never had an hand trap, but he's now thinking about it and allowing it. We will see a Link,
Kuribo most likely, yeah.
And let's see if there is a Ben 10 here. Okay. No, more standard. We'll probably see it being added here. And do you think there is any difference in the way you combo out in this matchup? I mean, I guess the Herald matters. I mean, the orange light matters a lot less, but the ultimateness is still really strong.
Yeah, for sure. Like, you really want to put up on the field the Herald of the ultimateness, and then, of course, if you can pass also into Anaconda and having the Red Death Dragoon, that would be biggest achievement from team. Looks like his end might be able to do so. Like, doesn't look like Owen has any sort of interruption, and if it is, here I think team might be able to actually pass into Anaconda. Now Fafnir.
Now the usual stuff with Fafnir, and yeah, we have seen this plenty of times. Usually ends in a very similar way, but the Gamma is still something that Owen might pick up to face the Herald of Ultimateness, or the Dragoon, as you mentioned. Okay, so usual stuff. The Ben 10 is back. Yep. I mean, for now it's pretty standard, and Owen does not play Nibiru even, so.
Okay. I guess to draw one.
Okay.
Then search for Ben 10. Very good start from team.
No, yeah, the usual opening, good opening of the deck. He's executing the combos really well, but I had no doubt about this. Throughout the weekend, he was the only Drytron who won his top 16 match, and that's not a coincidence. And he won the top 8 as well, so he really showed that he knows the deck, he knows when to OTK, and he knows when to instead set up a field. So I think he came really prepared. So. Okay, instead he goes for the Diviner.
Sends the Herald. Was good for team, actually. Yeah. Okay, takes the Herald.
He takes the Herald of Ultimateness. So here is where the side deck from Owen should come. If we'll see a Kaiju, then we are having a game. Otherwise, we could still see a weird spot like Owen setting up 5 backrows and having Torrential plus Strike on the Herald, because that's also an option to just clear the board. But for now, Beatrice is gonna make sure the team has a lot of negations available with the Eva. Still reminding you guys that he's playing only the 1 copy, so he's playing as if this was held after the new latest Forbidden Unlimited list. So interesting decision there by team.
Okay, I guess to add 2 cards, the Diviner and the
light,
orange.
even if not great in this matchup, it doesn't hurt, so why not?
Then he has 2 cards also for the Era of Ultimateness once he special summons it.
Okay.
Yeah. Good stuff from Tim here. Here comes the Herald, most likely. Okay.
So great setup. We have seen better stars, if I am being completely honest, but still... Oh, and he sets 2 actually. Interesting. So 4 cards in hand for the Herald, 2 back rows. He could be holding a Twister maybe.
Yeah.
Outside of that, there are very few cards that he would be setting, so maybe it's double Twister. That would be insane. Or the Call by the Grave, you know. Could be an option. But let's see. Owen looking forward to pick up a Kaiju. That could be a very good starting point here. And he could also have an Evenly to bait out, you know, after the Kaiju. Kaiju Evenly is probably the dream.
Yeah.
But instead, as mentioned, he will have a slower start. And this could be a very quick game if it's double Twister from Tim. 1 is there. Discarding any of his fairies. Really? Okay. No response. Well, let's see what they were. It was a second Twister. What a start from Tim. Yeah, double Twister, and yeah, you know, when has seen enough. So again, for today we will see a game 3, but it's a very, very quick game 2. So if you blinked, you missed it. The score is even out. It's 1-1. An insane opening of Herald of Ultimateness with double Twister on 4 back rows just make life so much easier for a team. And now it's back on Owen. You can see he had a very quick smile, but now he will do what he knows best. Side in his cards, maybe we could see the secret villages. And no matter what, he will try his best to just lock a team out of the duel. Who instead will be quite happy to side in evenly matched.
Yeah. Now once again I think everything is on Owen's end, especially because like if he really wants to, he could side in the secret village of the spellcasters, if he really feels like to. Otherwise on Tim's side he has the twin twister and the evenly matched. So can't wait to see this one. Of course, Owen is hoping to get his hands on Solemn Judgment. Once again, Twin Twister by Tim's side is giving him the chance to go to the final.
Yeah, no matter what, the guys, they're showing that they know their deck well. And Giacomo and his Dragon Link deck will be waiting for one of these guys in the finals. For sure paying a lot of attention to this match to learn more about his possible opponent's deck and preparing. I think if you're Giacomo, do you have a favorite? I guess if you can win the die roll, probably Owen. But at the same time, if you lose the die roll against Alter guys, I think it's almost impossible to win.
It's super scary, like, of course, if there's a situation in which Alter Guys wins and goes to the final, if I were Giacomo, of course, I really love to win the die roll, otherwise, you know that you will be in trouble.
Yeah, and here on the screen we see highlighted one of the cards which we have not seen yet this weekend, but they are both siding, which could really change the outcome of this match. If Owen doesn't pick up a Solemn and there is an evenly matched, we know how much it completely destroys a deck like Altergeist.
Yeah, Tim is playing 3 copies of evenly matched and 3 Twin Twisters, so he has a chance here. It really depends everything on how Owen will open things up.
To be fair, he picked up Twister both games. So, a part of me says that it is fair that he doesn't see the Twister again in this matchup, but of course, math doesn't work that way. and we'll see. So Owen goes first, wants to see a hand with like Faker and a lot of back rows. Let's see if he's opening that up. Extravagance is a good way to start. Ooh, but we do see the secret village of the spellcasters. Really, really interesting opening play. But he doesn't have right away, so we will see probably a trap plus Faker to shut down, and this is much worse because Twin Twister has a chance to activate, and if it is the spoofing, Twin Twister would just be game over because it's a +1 to activate it. Let's see. Owen will go for the spoofing, and if we see the Twister here, this is game over for Owen. Okay, no. There is no Twister. Ooh.
Wow.
Sigh of relief for all the Altergeist fans, and this is huge.
Because now you can bring on the multi-faker, activates the effect. It goes through.
Wow,
great stuff.
Very bold play here by Owen, but it's paying off, and it could be a lot of pain. And here, for any of you guys who are not familiar with the field spell, it says that you can only activate spells if you control a spellcaster. Let's see.
But he drew the alpha alongside with Ben 10.
That's tough. Strong opening, yeah. It doesn't really matter if he's cut out of spells, if he has such a strong opening, and having only one face down card from Owen is scary.
And now this changes everything, because like starting things off with Alpha and Ben 10, okay, you're locked under spell, but on the other hand, the thing is that Owen only has one last back row. I think he needs to find a way to figure this out. Of course, he can bounce back one. Now considering it.
Yeah, but he can do so much. And this is why Secret Village is a choice that it's very risky. Sometimes, as you could see, if he had a Twister, it pretty much sealed the game. Because you need to normal summon a spellcaster before to make the Twister useless. And now Tim has so many cards, and with this he can send the Elder Entity to even get rid of the Secret Village or another card. So this is a tough opening. Okay. We see an Ash from Owen. But is this enough? And let me check if he plays by any chance like Phoenix, because that could also be an option. Some people do. And yeah, he does. So he's playing Nightmare Phoenix as an option as well. So we could even see a Nightmare Phoenix from Team sooner or later. Okay, let's see. It's a Solemn Strike, okay. So Solemn Strike on the Anima, I believe. And now he knows what Team has. Team has full knowledge of the cards, but will pass back to Owen, who picks up his cards and will now try his best to seal the deal. In the end, we had a little bit of concern for the situation. He picks up a Melusik and decides to switch it out for what's probably a Marionette. Yeah. And we have a game once again.
Yeah, I was not expecting this to happen, especially because like...
And this is pretty strong, because now you get the protocol,
yeah.
Then you can link summon and use the Marionette to bring back the Faker.
Yeah.
So you pretty much have a negate for Spell and Trap, Village, Protocol, yeah. So it's very strong. So even if they top deck, they evenly you negate it. Yeah. And I think this is what he should be going for. So Memphis Shu, you go Link Shu.
Yeah.
And then Marionette Faker and bring back the Silk. Let's see. I would be very surprised if he didn't go for anything like this. He passed?
Really?
No. Oh, no, okay. No, for a moment. I mean, I don't know, it's... I don't know if he's overthinking, like not baiting some end traps. Outside of the fact that he passed. Wow. No, I really don't like this. And if he gets met by unevenly here, I think the loss is deserved at this point. I have to be 100% honest. Like, if you go there and you just make... So here you can't activate it because of the village. Unfortunately, team got a little too excited by the Rise Fusion. But still, I think that's... I really don't understand it. Like, you can go so much with the Exia. Wow. But, let's see. Very, very... weird line, I gotta say. We have the protocol. What do you think? Would you go for it? No. So Owen allows it, and
very weird that he didn't pass for the.
No, honestly, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
It was so much advantage, especially because you have the spoofing with the protocol, so you can go for a faker. Here you will do it again, but. If there was an evenly, this game was over.
Exactly.
And instead, you could have played around it. I mean, maybe you didn't know about the evenly, but still, there are so many cards you can play, and it does not change this situation. You have the same, but you have the link which protects you from that.
Yeah, I mean, you do it just in case.
But now, unfortunately, team passes the play back to his opponent, and this is game over, almost surely for team Owen, after a previous turn in which he was, I think, risking it a lot, especially with the opening, because if he would have seen a Twister with the Secret Village, he would have lost a +3 essentially. Now this is game over, and we see it, wow! Secret Village really, really being the MVP. He reveals 4 spells in hand. Owen can be proud of his deck building decision. He is the winner and he advances to the final. Great match. So let's go back to us for the post-match discussion.